Hey, wanna see a magic trick? Okay, that's just ordinary witchcraft. The real magic is me turning these wooden blanks into a handcrafted brooch. That's part heart, part fox and 100% awesome. From milling and laser cutting to a DIY vise, this project is packed with tricks you won't want to miss. Let's see if this DIY idea turns into the perfect birthday surprise or just a pile of sawdust. Welcome to Soulful Crafts. Time to make something truly awesome. Welcome! Today we're diving into the world of small-scale woodworking to make something truly special. A wooden brooch for my girlfriend's birthday. I wanted to create something that was both meaningful and beautiful, a combination of what she loves and what I think is special. I couldn't decide between making a heart because it adds a touch of elegance, or a fox because it's a nod to her favorite animal, making this brooch a little piece of her personality wrapped in craftsmanship. So I thought, why not both? After some overthinking and a bit of sketching, I ended up with this heart-fox hybrid. Proof that indecision can sometimes lead to creativity. I started with a couple of wood slabs, cherry wood for that warm fox fur vibe, and beech wood for the fluffy white patches. They were a bit chunky at 11mm thick when I needed blanks at about 3mm in thickness. So it happens I didn't have the time or the means to get different materials on the spot, so I ran them through my DIY CNC router. It's probably not the most efficient way to prepare materials, but we'll keep that a secret, right? Pro tip, this CNC router is like cheese slicer for wood, except don't snack on the shavings. Next I fired up the CO2 laser cutter to carve out the fox heart puzzle pieces. Watching a laser cutter in action feels like watching a tiny Jedi do woodworking. Pew pew, precision on point. Providently, I added some extra earpieces in case they get lost during the carving process, and it was justified. The pieces were so tiny, they pulled a disappearing act right into the laser cutter's abyss. Guess I accidentally built a fox den instead of a brooch. A few of the ears made it out alive, but the rest disappeared like socks in a washing machine. With the pieces ready, it was puzzle time. A quick check to make sure everything fits perfectly. Ah, there they are, little fugitives. And I can open up a bottle of fine single mold glue. I glued everything together using PVA glue. Fun fact, PVA glue is basically wood's version of a friendship bracelet. Once it's on, it's not coming off. Now I'll sandwich this part that already resembles a brooch to make sure everything's secured in place while the glue sets. The next step was to sand the surface of the brooch to a smooth finish. Now, sanding something this small is like trying to groom a squirrel. It's tricky and you might lose a finger. Time to introduce my trusty DIY vise, which I made specifically for this project. This little invention held the brooch steady while I sanded it to a mirror smooth finish, or at least close to that. Thank you, past me, for making this. By the way, feel free to check out the video where I made this custom vise. It's packed with ingenuity, creative problem solving, and ideas you can steal. Link in the description. Ah, perfect. The other side is getting the same treatment, but watching me sand it twice is like watching a movie with the same plot twist. It's just not as exciting the second time. With the brooch looking foxy, I attached the pin to the back using fast-drying cyanoacrylate glue, also known as "oops, my fingers are stuck together" glue. Great for bonding things together and even better at making permanent stains and creating surprise sanding opportunities. For the grand finale, I gave the brooch a wax coating to bring out the rich colors of the wood. As I apply the wax, the transformation is instant. It doesn't just protect the wood, it brings out the hidden depths in the cherry, revealing its rich, warm character, and unveils the beech's gentle creamy shimmer, turning plain wood into something extraordinary. And there you have it, a heart fox brooch handcrafted with love, sweat and a whole lot of enthusiasm. But wait, I'm not done yet. This brooch needs a box. A trick opening box to be exact. That's coming up in the next video, so hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. Until then, keep crafting and stay awesome. See you soon. Well, that's eerie. It's like they just vanished.